telling stories from their area, which will be broadcast on television, radio and online. Well, as part of the project, a couple of budding journalists came into our very own 1 o'clock news meeting this morning. And Louisa Baldini has spent the morning, meanwhile, with some eager reporters at a school in Hampshire. Louisa.
Yes, Park Community School here is actually very media savvy. As you can see, they've got their very own TV studio. They use it every day to compile bulletins. That's one they did earlier this morning, and that is broadcast internally and also on the school intranet. But taking part in School Report gives them the opportunity to be seen and heard and read by a real audience. Now, this is mainly the TV group because they've split up into different groups. So who are the presenters? And how are you feeling?
I'm feeling quite confident because we're going to have time to rehearse. We've written our own scripts and some people have written scripts and stories for us, so it's quite good. OK, so you'll be presenting the TV bulletin in just over half an hour. Now, Yasmin, you're from the online group. Yeah. Tell me, how have you compiled your bulletin?
Well, we've been looking at internet stories, so it's been really good, and I've learnt new experience, so it's been really good fun.
OK, great. Well, thanks very much. 500 schools are taking part, and here's a little taster of some of the reports they've prepared.
We are going to look at how our school provides for less well-off kids. 2 years ago, the biometric fingerprint system was introduced to our dinners. Each child has an account, and when paying for their meal, just place their finger onto the scanner.
If the child is on a free school dinner, the money is automatically added. Therefore, no one can tell who is and who isn't getting a free school dinner.
We asked 30 pupils at school if they were on free school meals or not. A quarter said they were.
We also asked them if they could tell who was on free school meals and not. 3/4 said they couldn't.
As you can see, our school makes sure all pupils feel comfortable and secure.
Our school has a specialism in ICT, but there is a downside because you can be bullied over the internet. We spoke to one girl about her experience.
It started over instant messaging, all over stupid stuff like boys and whatever.
I think cyberbullying is terrible because people end up really hurt.
Because it's over the internet, people think they can say more.
The internet can be informative, fun and educational, but it can also be dangerous. Are you aware of the risks?
Welcome to Swanmore Middle School. I'm Molly.
I'm Aaron.
Wow, I'm Mark. I'm Joe. I'm Owen.
Just over there is Portsmouth.
It's only 8 miles away.
But it's a completely different world.
Living on the mainland, it makes people so angry.
You don't have to worry about the violence that you probably get in the mainland in London.
What do you think about the difference between private and state education?
I think there are things that we can all learn from each other. I think there are things... Sorry, long answer to a question. That's what politicians get very bad at. You have to interrupt me like Jeremy Paxman. Not quite as much as Jeremy Paxman, but you know.
Which teacher gave you the biggest telling off at school and what was it for?
Yes. There are questions in politics you get asked, and you know it's just not a good idea to answer them.
After the death of your son, you must be feeling really sad. How are you going to help other people who are in the same situation?
It is true that as time goes on, I think it gets easier to look back.
The word recession is used in many news stories, but do young people really know what's going on and who it affects?
A recession simply means that we are, as a country, producing less stuff than we were.
My man thinks you're like a modern-day Mr. Darcy. What does it mean?
Who's this? Your mum? Your mum's a very, very insightful and wonderful person.
The recession seems to have hit even man's best friend.
Because people can't afford the mortgage repayments, so they're going into rented accommodation and can't take the dog with them. Or maybe it's just being able to afford the general care of a dog.
So the recession is not only about big companies going bust, it affects all of us, including our pets.
Well, the pupils have just 40 minutes to finalise their scripts. The deadline is at 2 p.m, so get rehearsing.
Great stuff. Good luck to them all. Louisa Baldini there. And you can find out whether pupils in your area are taking part in School Report. Go to the website bbc.co.uk/school report. You can click on the map there and you can find full details of all the schools taking part this year.